In today's session, we're going to talk about game planning, the how, right? The how. And that's part number 4 of our vision process. So we said change, real change, and we're changing the word change to improvement. Real improvements in our life take 3 things: vision, decision, daily decision, and action. And sometimes daily action does it. That's all it takes. And if we really want change to stick in this year, if we want to be better this year than we were last year, we want to go ahead and map it out. We've got to follow the success process that Solomon set forward. We call it the vision process. He promises that where there is vision, the people thrive, right? The opposite of what he wrote is true, and we want to thrive. And so we laid out our vision process. Where are we now? Where do we want to go? And most importantly, why are we taking the journey in the first place? That's the motivating factor. That's the power behind our process. Now we're talking about the how are we going to get there. Now, this is more complicated. There's the how is going to depend on what you're doing, right? So you're going to have to sit down and make a list. Here's where I think most people fail. Most people fail because they fail to plan, right? You got to make a plan. So I wouldn't say, if I was coming to your house, I wouldn't say, you might say, come on over and have dinner. Great, I'll see you. No, what? I'd have to first do what? I'd go into Google and I would put my address, I'd put in your address, and Google would give me the path to go from my house to your house, right? That's a process. And if I follow that process, I will arrive at your house and have a great dinner, right? Same with this. We want to improve, so we have to have a process. It's not enough to know where are we now, right? That's the start. That's my house. Where do I want to go, right? That's your house. And we said the why I want to go there. Well, you're going to feed me, right? I want to eat. So that's the why. Now we're looking at the how, and that's the steps to get me there. You guys with me? The how are the steps to get you there. So what are the steps? So since I work out a lot, and my friends know it, I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, can you help me write a workout program? Can you help me write a diet? And of course I said, of course I'd love to help you with that. And I'd love to help you with that. So I asked them this, how's your workouts going so far? And they'll say, what do you mean? I said, well, have you joined a gym? No. Do you have any equipment? No. Okay. What are you planning on doing? Are you planning on walking? I don't know, right? So here's the thing. A lot of people are asking for help with something they're not even trying to do. So you got to have a plan. Let me just give you this. If you want to get in better shape, there's really 4 things to do, right? What are the 4 things? Well, you have to eat better, right? You have to stop doing some things that might be hurting that process. Excessive whatever, smoking, drinking, whatever it is, right? So you've got to eat better, you've got to sleep more, you've got to get good rest. Your mind and your body need to be replenished with rest, and of course you've got to move. We call moving exercising, and that exercising or that movement looks different for everybody. It could be walking, could be running, could be weight training, could be cycling, whatever it is. Does that make sense? So your process has got to decide this. Where am I now? Well, here, I don't have anything. Where I want to go, I'd really like to be cardiovascular fit, and I'd like to bike. So I'd like to be a regular, I'd like to use the bike as my exercise mechanism. Okay, so now and of course, why is, by biking, I'm going to burn a lot of calories. I'm going to strengthen my heart. I'm going to, feel more physically fit. So what do you got to do to start biking regularly? What do you got to do? Well, first of all, you got to have a bike, right? And if you don't have a bike, you got to get a bike, or you got to join a gym where there's a bike. So the first thing is having the tools, right? And then there's having the time. When are you going to bike? When are you going to go, right? You can't just say, I want to do something. You got to have the tools, and you got to have the time. Does that make sense? And can I tell you this? I'll tell you this, and I think this is a big one. I'm going to make a plan, and here's my plan. But how easy it is for me to get off my plan if I don't have a partner, right? As iron sharpens iron, one person sharpens another. I remember reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's book on bodybuilding. He said, you've got to have a workout partner, because there's days when you're going to get up and you don't want to go, but your partner's raring to go, so you'll go, right? And of course, he was talking about the principle of partnership that Solomon talked about in Ecclesiastes. Two ropes together, right, are harder to cut. One rope is easily broken, two are hard. So partnership can drive it. So this might look like a plan for you. And then you might also think about what you're going to eat and where you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, right? You guys get it? Sit down and at least draw out, here's what I'm going to do and here's how I'm going to do it. If you want real change this year, it's simple. It's really simple, but it's not easy. You're going to have to take some time and sit down and decide, what do I want? Where am I now? Where do I want to be? Most importantly, why do I want to go there? And then you're going to have to develop a plan. That's the vision process. And it's not over, is it? Once you have that process, then you have to say, daily decision. You wake up tomorrow. If you're riding with your friend at 6 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow you're going to have to wake up and do what? Get out the door when? 6 o'clock and go ride. That's going to be a daily decision you're going to have to make over and over. You know what? Most can't or won't make that daily decision. That's what separates success from failure. See, success is simple, but it's not easy. Most will make the one-time decision, but cannot make the repetitive decision. You know that long obedience in the same direction, that diligence or discipline is how all results are created. They're not created overnight. They're created with this persistent action, aren't they? So if you want to be successful, we've just given you the path to do so. The question is, what are you going to do with it?